You will probably have noticed by that now that sometimes when you work on your farm in Farmville, you get a quick message that pops up over your neighbor's bar and tells you that you found a spigot or another object while plowing. If the collectible is uncommon or rare, you will get the chance to share it with your neighbors at once by posting it. You should always do that, since that way maybe they can complete one of their collections, which will give you in turn the chance to pick up one of their collectibles from the feed when they turn it in and share it. You can do that too as soon as you have won each of the items in a regular collection. I know there are some neighborhoods that form in clubs to share their collections, which can go from alerting friends on chat that you will be sharing a collection to publishing the collection only to yourself and then publishing it only for your friends, sending the collection link around. I can't recommend that. It's unfair to other players and doesn't really make much sense. Imagine everyone did that. No collectibles would be published anymore for all to see. The same goes basically for all the other goodies too. That would effectively mean that you become useless as a neighbor. In a social game it doesn't make much sense to be only social with 5 or 10 friends. Those will soon be the only friends you have in the game. A common collectible from a limited time collection can be sent to your neighbors as a gift when you click share and choose neighbors, or you can skip sending if you aren't really that interested in the limited time collections. I'm going to come back to limited time collections at the end of this part of the guide, since the rewards and when you can turn them in differ from regular collections. It is also friendly to thank people when you get the last collectible to finish your collection. You can either thank them in their post, or you can add a comment to your collection when you post it. If you have finished several collections, it is also polite to number them so feed hunters will know what to expect. For example, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. Turning in a collection will get you the reward of 5,000 coins, 250 XP and 5 fuel refills. There is also an achievement connected to collections, the Cunning Collector ribbon. Completing 100 collections will get you an additional 1,400 XP and 18,500 coins. One general observation on the collections and how to get them first off. If you can find any collectible from a collection when your friends share it. It is rumored that you can get the rare collectibles if you are the first person to click on it, the uncommon ones next, and last the common ones. I can neither confirm nor deny these speculations. Uncommon and rare collectibles can be published in addition to collections. You can also find rare collectibles in Golden, Cornish, Scots Grey, Rhode Island Red or Rainbow Mystery Eggs. Uncommon collectibles can be found in the aforementioned eggs and in black mystery eggs, and brown and white mystery eggs can contain common collectibles that can't be gifted. One common collectible in each regular collection can be gifted to friends. Which ones you can send will vary, but usually you can always send one collectible for 48 hours and then it changes to another collectible. You can also get the giftable collectibles you need from special delivery gifts for active neighbors. I will now go through the regular collections one by one and tell you how to get them. The first collection is the Bugs collection. And it is the only one that shows the giftable collectible as second, not first, the Dragonfly. The common ladybug is one of the many collectibles that you can find when you fertilize a neighbor's farm. You don't have to look for it, it just appears in your collection inventory if you find one. The common caterpillar lives on your trees and can be found when you harvest them. So it is always a good idea to keep some trees on your farm, not only because they look nice, but also because they yield quite a lot of collectibles. Choose profitable trees and put them into orchards. You might find other guides that tell you that you have to harvest your trees by hand without arborists to find collectibles, or that you should harvest at least 200 trees at once with arborists while also harvesting one by hand to get the most collectibles. I haven't been able to verify these rumors. I always use arborists on trees or put them in orchards and find plenty of collectibles when I harvest them. I do have about 300 trees though, so I think it is simply that you are likely to find more collectibles while harvesting from more trees. The uncommon stick bug also lives in your trees. Beetles are an uncommon collectible found when fertilizing, and the rare centipede is found when you plow. In the Country Kitsch collection, the first collectible is common and can be gifted. The spigot and the pocket watch are also common and can be found when you plow. The cowbell is rare and can be found when you collect from cows. This is why you should keep 5 fully expanded dairy barns full of cows on your farm, because the collectible is rare indeed. The salt shaker and thimble are uncommon, and they can also be found when you plow. The button collection starts with a common giftable item, the check or checkered button. The brass button can be found when fertilizing neighbors' crops, and the white button will turn up when plowing. The uncommon jewel button can be found when harvesting chickens, and the uncommon formal and rare pearl button will turn up when you plow. The gardening tools collection starts with gloves, a common collectible that you can send as a gift to friends. You can find the trowel when you plow. The cultivator is one of the many objects you can find when you fertilize a neighbor's farm. Twine comes from collecting from your own sheep. It is always a good idea to keep some sheep to find your own twine once in a while. The black sheep you can adopt are best for that, since their harvest profit is at 56 coins, twice as high as the profit from other sheep. But you might also keep some special event sheep for the fun too. The mouflon sheep that harvest for 84 coins do not give you wool but brush mouflon sheep, which doesn't yield twine as far as I know. The pruning saw is found when you harvest your trees. Shares are rare and found when fertilizing a neighbor's plots. Butterflies start with the common giftable emperor butterfly. The common painted ladies is found when fertilizing, and the blue butterfly can be found harvesting your own trees. The uncommon swallowtail butterfly is found when you fertilize a neighbor's farm, and the uncommon zebra butterfly comes from harvesting your own trees. The rare copper butterfly can be found in your own trees as well. The feather collection contains common green feathers that you can send to friends as a gift. The common hen feather comes from harvesting chickens. The dapple plume might seem less common, but it is a common collectible when you harvest your own ducks regularly. So it's always a good idea to keep several of your own ducks to get it. The red feather is an uncommon collectible that you can find when you fertilize a neighbor's farm. The uncommon banded quill comes from harvesting geese, swans or turkeys, so you should keep some of your own foal to get those. The rare blue feather is on your trees when you harvest them. There are also the limited time collections that have been introduced recently. They look like a much worse deal than the permanent collections, judging from the gemstone collection. In order to complete it and turn it in for a reward, you have to have 10 each of the common ones, 7 each of the uncommon, and 3 of the rare collectibles. Then you can choose to turn in your collection and share it. This will get you 200 XP but no coins and no fuel. The other reward for the gemstone collection was a trophy that was worth no coins. Quite disappointing when you consider that it was possible to buy the collectibles using farm cash. If you bought it instead of finding the collectibles, it cost you 67 farm cash altogether. The same is true for the toy collection, although here you find fuel, because that has been changed from then on. Here the additional reward is an animated collection of a sheep playing with a duck toy and ABC blocks that is also worth no coins. I really don't see what I can do with more than one of those. The autumn collection has a pig jumping into a pile of leaves as a reward. At least this one could be sold for 375 coins. The snow collection was a bit better. The cow in a snow globe could be sold for 2,500 coins. With the new art collection, the price for the animated decoration has dropped to 375 coins again. So on the whole, the limited collections don't make much sense to me. The common limited collectibles can be sent to friends as gifts, which are worth no coins and take the space of other gifts. Uncommon collectibles can only be picked up by 3 neighbors, rare ones only by 1 neighbor, and from shared collections only 5 neighbors can pick up collectibles. In spite of all that, the collectibles accumulate in large quantities, since they can all be found when you plant, which is something that you do quite often.